was young, and her voice wasn't as refined as it got later in her career. And Michael Crawford, well, I'll be honest, I like Michael Crawford a lot. I think he's a good singer, but he doesn't really play up the sexy side of the phantom so much. He's more like on the, goddammit woman, like, what else we got? Oh, Jesus, fuck no. Oh, Joel Schumacher, your ability to suck the passion out of a frame rivals none. I guess Sarah Brightman has her charm, but Emmy Rossum? Yeah, I was in show choir too, Emmy. In some ways, it's kind of silly. You're gonna star in my Don Juan fanfic, and I'm gonna be Don Juan, and you're gonna be my conquest, and it's gonna be sexy. And once you get past the fact that he forced the biggest opera in the country to perform his self-insert fanfic, but the song's good. Just anyone but these two. It's a good song. But the reason I put Point of No Return at the top is because no matter what you think of the rest of the show, that song and that scene achieves its objective really well. It speaks to the characters, it has that whole seduction, sexy undertone, and it moves the plot forward. And so there you go. There's my top 10 list. And I think what we've learned from this is that music can have an effect on people. It sways their mind, feeds their libido, it manipulates their emotions. Maybe that's been the problem the whole time. Maybe the whole sexy, mysterious musician thing is... You know what? I figured it out. I have something to take care of. I'll be right back. Not like that, Herbert. Something else. Okay, you know what? I figured it out. Music, like, screws with people's emotions, and this whole mysterious musician thing you got going. Okay, you know what? Fine, maybe it worked for a minute, but I figured it out, and mind over emotion, and I'm over it. I'm over it.
Sorry, I was eating my Hot Pocket. Did you want the rest of this? Like, I dropped it on the ground, so I'm not going to finish it.
So what you're saying is I should try harder? Can do! Off to my lab with the lonely!
Lots of hair.
Welcome back to Major Kira, who is spending some time with her favorite member of the Federation, colonist loving son of a... Kira's going to a conference with representatives from both Cardassia and Bajor to discuss the Klingons. And because of the war between those two, there's many epidemics due to the poor state of their healthcare system. No, see, I didn't make the political joke there. See, sometimes I can... Welcome back to Major Kira, who is spending some time with her favorite member of the Federation, colonist loving son of a... Kira's going to a conference with representatives from both Cardassia and Bajor to discuss the Klingons. And because of the war between those two, there's many epidemics due to the poor state of their healthcare system. No, see, I didn't make the political joke there. See, sometimes I can resist it. So Kira's getting inoculated against everything except death. which would actually be preferable given the side effects all these drugs are having on her. Kira's only going to this conference because Shekhar, the First Minister of Bajor, wooed her into it with dinner, spring wine, and a massage.
I mean, I would have said yes to anything at that point.
In fact, you did. We have to have a special shot for just that problem alone. As Worf briefs her on the security concerns of this, Kira's far more concerned about her own pending breach of security, and is quick to address it. Things can't get much worse, huh, Kira?
Hello, Major.
I've got to stop saying that. Since Dukat returned with Zial, his wife took the kids and left, his mother disowned him, and he was demoted and put in charge of running freight. I'm sure having to ferry Kira to this conference was just a further intended indignity. The former lord of all Bajorans, now forced to play taxi driver for one. Still, I'll credit Dukat this. He recognized that he only has himself to blame for all this, and didn't follow it up by saying, "For not gunning down my daughter when I had the chance." He recognized that his indiscretion and carelessness are what caused this, and takes ownership of it rather than blaming Kira or the Breen or anyone else. We'll discuss that more soon, but one thing about Dukat, the ego may be bruised, but never humbled.
I assure you, this is only a temporary setback. Everything I have lost, I will regain. It's only a matter of time. Now, may I take your bags?
I'm also under orders to carry you to the freighter Piggyback if you wish it. On board, Zial's waiting, because being half Bajoran, she's not terribly welcome back on Cardassia. She and Kira try to catch up, but are interrupted by a battle drill on a freighter. I'd assume that'd just be practicing surrendering. Well, surprisingly, the freighter doesn't meet Dukat's standards, and poor Damar here has to deal with it all over again. Behind the scenes, Casey Biggs was feeling rather disappointed with his role, feeling like he was nothing more than a glorified extra, but he was assured that they had plans for him. We'll see. As usual when you're dealing with Dukat's motivations, the question of why he's doing something is open to interpretation. Personally, Dukat reminds me a bit of from Small Gods, written by Federation President Terry Pratchett. Would Dukat ever before have really cared about the defensive capabilities of a freighter back when he was in power, with countless freighters under his command? Is it going to be the first thing on his mind if he ever returns to power? What matters is this freighter, because it's his flagship, an extension of himself, and despite the blow this has made to his pride, his ego is very much intact. I don't think he's doing this out of a misguided belief he can use this ship to return to power. His calculating mind would likely know that the chances of that are virtually nil. But pride can more easily blind, as we'll soon see. Dukat snaps at Kira when she offers a suggestion, but quickly apologizes and offers dinner. With spring wine. Uh-oh. If he follows that up with a massage, who knows what Kira will agree to do. And there is a good chance Dukat's got some kind of fetish for Bajoran ladies, remember. As much as it might sound like a joke, Dukat's conversation indicates he knows a bit about what's happening with her and Shekhar. It really wouldn't surprise me if he thought this would give him a chance with her. And really, what better validation would Dukat need than a former resistance member letting him, say, reoccupy Bajor for a while?
I must say I've always admired Shekhar's success with women. The intelligence file I kept on him during the occupation is filled with reports of his conquests.
So, when you're not having sex with your wife, or having sex with your various mistresses, you're keeping files of other people having sex. You know, at this point, Dukat, I'm not even surprised anymore. An alert sounds. Turns out the planet where they were to have the conference was attacked and everyone killed. A bird of prey decloaks and scans, but sees that it's just dealing with some freighter and heads off. Dukat's ego is inflamed at this insult, and he orders them to fire, seriously threatening to tickle the bird of prey to death. Now they have the Klingons' attention, but they refuse to blow the freighter away, buzzing them on the way out just for the final insult. And as they do, Dukat's pride collapses into barely concealed self-pity at the realization of just how far he'd fallen. He's so pitiful now he's not even worth killing. Lucky for him, Kira wants to pay back the Klingons for killing Bajorans in that attack, so she suggests putting one of the planetary defense weapons in the cargo hold and go hunting. Dukat's thrilled with all this, and despite the fact that a test fire tears their own ship a new asshole, Dukat never ceases showering Kira with praise.
Why is it when you smile, I want to leave alone?
Besides that whole attempted genocide thing, there's also Dukat's motives. At the moment, he won't stop talking about how this is the perfect opportunity to return to glory, whereas Kira's not doing this for such selfish reasons.